What's up, family? They say your vibe attracts your tribe. I need you to hit like, comment, share, and subscribe on the YouTube side. Just know that we can't do this without you. In the mix at 6. The show doesn't happen without you. So I need you to make sure that you give me some thumbs up. Come on, hit like, comment, share, and subscribe on the YouTube side. Let's go up together.
All the way up. Nothing can stop us. We all the way up. That's a beautiful intro, isn't it? What's up? What's up, family? What's up? Big energy, like we always do at this time. Come on, drop some fire emojis in the chat. It's good to be back. Yeah, sure is truly Dr. Eddie. You are in the mix. It's in the mix. And not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but at 6. And we mix it up each and every single day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm so glad that you joined me. Come on. Yeah, I'm glad you joined me. Drop your city in the chat. Drop your city in the comment section. Come on, I already see we got New Jersey watching us. Come on, drop your city in the comment section. Whether you're on the digital airwaves of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, you know we won't stop, even and especially on the YouTube side. I need you to make sure that you hit like, comment, share, subscribe. You saw the little promo right after the intro. Yeah. Hit like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Let it be known. Let it be known. Detroit, we got you in the building. 313 stand up. Texas, yes. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your city in the chat. By the way, as you're tuning in, understand this, know this, your timeline could be someone's lifeline. So I need you to make sure that you do me a favor. Yes, Colorado, do me a favor. Invite somebody in tonight. Share if you care. You're here because you care. So now let's get some group participation. Share. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, especially on the YouTube side. Tap the notification bell. Why? So that you can be alerted, so that you can be aware, so that you can be updated of all the content once it immediately drops. And you know this, ma'am, my goal is to help you reach yours, right? Yeah, since my goal is to help you reach yours, my desire is to inspire. My desire is to inspire you to aspire higher. Yeah. My assignment is to help put you in alignment. My job is to empower you to identify and even, yes, access your identity. And so we in the mix at 6. I need you to do this. Share this with at least 6 people. Come on, tag, tweet, tell, text, invite at least 6 people in. We in the mix at 6. Come on, bring 6 of your closest friends. Bring 6 of your enemies, whatever the case may be. Invite 6 people in. Listen, if you're ready tonight, type let's go, let's grow. Let's jump into it. Let's go. Let's grow. If you're ready tonight, type let's go, let's grow. Yeah. Listen, last time we talked about the complexities of gaslighting. And if you didn't see part 1, I need you to make sure that you go back, check out part 1. Because we're talking tonight. We're going to continue that. Yeah. We're going to continue it. Talking about turning off the gaslight. Turn off the gaslight. Part 1, last time. I need you to make sure that you go back and watch it on my YouTube channel. You said, what's my YouTube channel? I'm so glad that you asked. YouTube.com/EddieConnor. Those of you on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, come on. Yeah, join me on the YouTube. Comment, share, subscribe on the YouTube. YouTube.com/EddieConnor is where you can check out all the replays, all the hidden gems of what you may have missed. I highly suggest that you check out part 1. Do yourself a favor. Check it out. Let me hit the rewind button, though. Let me take that and rewind it back. Let me review and give you a recap on part 1 of Turn Off the Gaslight. Yes. If you remember, if you can recall, You know that we mentioned that gaslighting is a dangerous tactic. And gaslighting oftentimes affects us emotionally. It affects us psychologically, even spiritually. It's just a bad tactic that really toxic people use to manipulate you. They want to control you. They want to cause you to doubt yourself. They want to sow seeds of discontent, really play on your feelings and your emotions, your sense of what is and what is not true. And so, gaslighting, as I was mentioning last time, is a form of psychological abuse, psychological manipulation, where the person wants to really sow seeds of self doubt, confusion into the victim's mind. What gaslighting is a complex cousin. Gaslighting is a complex cousin. Gaslighting is a brutal brother. Gaslighting is a sinister sister, if you will, of narcissism. Either way, what gaslighting is, it's a dysfunctional family member. Complex cousin, brutal brother, sinister sister. It's a dysfunctional family member. And here's the thing about gaslighters. Now, we ain't talking about the pilot light. We ain't talking about Sunoco and Shell and Marathon. No, we're not talking about the little needle that goes all the way up when you fool and when you're on E in your car. No, we're talking about psychological manipulation. Gaslighters, what they do, they really seek to gain power. They want to control you. They want to get control over the other person. Why? Because they only feel big when they make other people feel small. They want to distort your reality. They want to force you to question your own self and how you go about living your life and your own judgment and your own intuition. Here's the thing about gaslighters. Gaslighters want to dim your light in order to make themselves shine bright. That's what gaslighters want to do. They want to dim your light in order to make themselves shine bright. And so, if you can remember, last time that we talked, I'm just give you the quick, fast, and in a hurry, 0 to 100, real quick. Rewind. Last time we talked, gave you a few ways to counteract gaslighting. And really the prelude was to remove to improve. Come on, somebody just type that in chat tonight. Remove to improve. Come on. Let's go tonight. Remove to improve. Type that tonight. Remove to improve. If you desire to improve, what do you have to do? You have to remove yourself from their manipulation. You got to get out of the way and go your own way. Do you hear me tonight? You have to get out of the way and go your own way. God trying to make a way of escape, but you keep standing in the way. And you ain't trying to escape. Why? Because here's the thing. Some of us, our favorite color is red. And it's not just because, it's for the color spectrum. It's the fact that we love red flags. It's for another conversation. And since it is that we love red flags, we enjoy the manipulation. We cry about it. We complain over it. We throw a pity party over it. But at the end of the day, we're addicted to toxicity. I said last time, number one, so we're talking about the ways to counteract gaslighting. Talk to somebody about what's happening. Can't just keep this thing to yourself. Can't just isolate and insulate yourself. In the multitude of counselors, there is safety. Right? So you can't allow a gaslight to separate you from your friends. You can't allow a gaslight to separate you from your loved ones and your family and your colleagues, people who care about you, people who respect you, people who actually want and have your best interests at heart. What you got to do, you got to talk about it. You got to share what's going on. You got to share what's going on with the right people who you know will validate your experience. They're not going to try to gaslight you and actually say, are you actually experiencing what you're experiencing? You know, da 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 da, this, that, and the other. No, gaslighters, what they're going to do is they're going to paint you and everyone else as the enemy, when in many cases, they're the wolf in the sheep's clothing. They're the public enemy number one. But they want you to question you, and they want to stop you from being around people who can actually help you. Number one, I said, talk to somebody about what's happening. Secondly, focus on actions, not words. Here's what a gaslighter would do. A gaslighter will tell you anything to keep you. But here's what their actions will do. The actions going to show you that they don't even want you. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do. Gaslight is going to tell you anything to keep you. But here's what their action is going to do. Their action is going to show you explicitly, clearly, they don't even want you. But they want to keep you around. Right? Here's the thing. You got to realize words fall on deaf ears when actions are seen with wide eyes. Focus on their works, not their words. Number 3. We playing catch up, ain't we, tonight? This doesn't exonerate you from going back and watching part 1, no. Yeah. You need to get the full substratum. Number 3. Told you, remind yourself that you are not the reason for gaslighters' manipulation. What you got to do, this is what you got to do. You got to stop blaming yourself for what the gaslighter did to you. Why is that so significant? Why is that so important? Simply because when you do that, when you blame yourself for what a gaslighter did to you, now you disempower yourself. And here's the thing. You relinquish their responsibility of what? Accountability. Yeah. Now you move into the place where they want you to feel as if you're the perpetrator, when in many cases, you're the victim. Do you see the reverse psychology here? As I said before, you know you're in the hands of a manipulator when you feel bad for what they did to you. Right. And that's what they want to do. They want to disguise the whole aspect of the manipulation. They want to mask it to where they make you feel as if you're the manipulator, when in many cases you're the victim and they're the ones who are the manipulator. Are you understanding what I'm saying tonight? The confusion, the seeds of deception. We are not ignorant of the enemy's devices. Fourthly, I told you, don't even argue with a gaslighter. Don't waste your time. Okay, so if I shouldn't be arguing with a gaslighter, what should I do? Protect your peace? Bless and release? Somebody just typed that tonight. Protect your peace, bless and release. Come on. Yeah, I believe if you type it enough, you'll start doing it more often than not. Type protect your peace, bless and release. Type that in the comment section. Protect your peace, bless and release. Some of y'all real slow to type that one. Yeah. Type it. Protect your peace, bless and release. Bless those that curse you. Do good to those who hate you. Pray for those who despitefully use you and persecute you. Y'all don't like that one. It's tight, but it's going to be all right. Protect your peace, bless and release. Why? Because your peace is priceless. Your purpose is priceless. I can't get no help in here. Your power is priceless. Yeah. Hear me clearly. I need you to hear me clearly on this. And I haven't even started tonight. I'm just doing a catch up, but I'm still getting downloads. So I got to upload it for you. Hear me. Some of us, I need you to hear me clearly on this. Some of us need to budget our emotional spending habits. Do you hear me? I know you focus on your financial spending habits, but I need you to hear me on this. Some of us, many of us, maybe all of us, I'm one of us, right? Some of us need to budget our emotional spending habits. What do I mean by that? Let me put it on this granular level. Stop going broke trying to clap back at broken people. Keep giving people a piece of your mind, and I guarantee you'll only have a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. Can I take that and rewind it back? Sometimes we need to hear it again. We need to budget our emotional spending habits. Yeah. You need to budget your emotional bank account. Let me say it. Stop going broke trying to clap back at broken people. If you argue with a fool, it's hard to tell who's who. But no, I want to give people my 2 cents. And guess what? You just literally left with 2 cents. Because you done lost your common sense. Stop giving people a piece of your mind. Because you only left with a piece of your mind, but no peace of mind. You won the argument, but you lost your peace of mind. You won the argument, but at what cost? At what expense? At what is it costing you? What cost is it costing you? So guess what? I'm on an emotional spending habit. I'm keeping my emotional budget low. I ain't got time to go back and forth with you. I can't argue with you. It's not in my schedule today, and I'm not putting it in there. Can't argue with you because it's taking away, it's draining my emotional budget. Please forgive me for my brash delivery. Please forgive me for my brash delivery tonight. But in the words of JayZ, I get nervous when I tell the truth. And they don't make no awards for that. Grammys can't give you that. Let's go tonight. If you're ready, type ready. I dare not do a JayZ impersonation tonight. Hey, yo, what's up? This is Jay. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone. I think that's pretty good. Coming to a city near you. Anyway, if you're ready, type ready tonight. Hey, yo, Jay, it's B. I don't know. Let's go. Part two. Let's make it do what it do. Come on, family. If you're ready, type ready. I need more readies in here. Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I said I wasn't expecting that. That's why you're in the mix of 6. You never know how the mix is going to be. You don't know what ingredients I'm putting together. We just mixing it up. We mixing it up. You never know. But you better tune in for sure. Part 2, a turn off the gas light. I feel like Drew Hill tonight. We were 5 steps to eternity. we were 4 steps past love, and I gave you the first 4. If you account with me, Now we're climbing the steps to number 5. Give me an air 5, please. Give, give me an air 5. Playtime is over. It's the big leagues. Playtime over. It's the big leagues. Playtime over. It's the big leagues. Number 5. Number 5. If I'm bringing the edutainment, if you're not gonna laugh, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna have a good time. Number 5. Don't allow confusion to cripple you. Number 5. Yeah. We turn it up tonight. We're going to another level. Don't allow confusion to cripple you. Listen, that's what it's all about. We have a good time. We learn, we earn, we empower, we inspire. That's why the Eagles Academy is so needed, is so necessary, is so important for you to be a part of it. If you're not a part of the Eagles Academy, if you have not joined, if you've not become a member of the Eagles Academy, you're missing out. Strategy, structure, solutions to empower you to go to another level, to grow in your business and in your relationships and in your finances, right? You need that. Where are the Eagles at? Come on, all the Eagles, drop, post your emoji, post your Eagles emoji in the comment section in the chat tonight. Come on, Eagles. You want to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence? Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Become a member. Become a member. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And not just the content, not just the teaching, not just the training, not just a place where I mentor, I teach, I coach, I train. But we got so many leaders. We got so many Eagles. We got so many individuals who understand that you just don't go as far as your dream. You go as far as your team. Join the team. Become a part of it. It's going to inspire you to move your life to another dimension. Number 5, you mentioned, don't allow confusion to cripple you. 2024 is a leap year, if I'm not mistaken. I had that right. 2024 is a leap year. I talked about leap year. Remember, I gave that real in-depth teaching on that. If you haven't seen it, go back, check it out. It's on the YouTube channel. But many of us in this leap year are limping. Oh, we came into the new year with high aspirations. Now, certain things have begun to set in. The old behaviors, the old mindset, the old connections, the old disposition. We had gone into the stratosphere. Now we feel to a certain degree grounded. And in many cases, we've allowed life to grind us into the ground. Rather than limping, rather than leaping, many of us are limping. And many of us are not leaping, rather we're limping simply because we have been made to believe we are a liability. And now life has limited us based upon how we view ourselves. If you think little of yourself, you're going to do little for yourself. But if you think much of yourself, you will do much for yourself and others. That's why we're talking about part 2 of gaslighting tonight. Gaslighting, which is akin, as I said before, it is the cousin to narcissism, somewhere in that family line. Gaslighting, which is akin to narcissism, it's not rational behavior. Gaslight is not going to respond logically. They're not going to admit their true motivation. Right? If a partner, if a friend, if a colleague turns a conversation into an opportunity to insult you or really to question your sanity or your ability, this is what you do. You got to step away from the discussion and even the relationship, if at all possible. All things are possible, so you got to do it. Here's the thing. The thing is that a gaslighter is suffering internally. They're suffering internally on their own. But their intention is to redistribute the pain that they're already experiencing. Misery loves company. Are you understanding me? Yeah. And here's the thing. This is what you got to say. Misery loves company. Misery loves company, and I will be neither. I won't be miserable, and I won't be the company of somebody who is miserable. Why are we arguing? We're not in a theater. We're not in a film. We're not actors. We're not in the movie The Great Debaters. Why are we going back and forth with each other? Here's the thing. You got to realize this. You never have to argue who you are or what you have when you know who you are, when you know what you have. And here's the thing. When you know whose you are. Let me say that again. You never have to argue who you are. You never have to argue what you have when you know who you are, when you know what you have, when you know whose you are. Are you hearing me tonight? Come on. So somebody type, don't argue. Somebody type, don't argue. I'm not arguing because I understand what my emotional budget is. I'm not arguing because I'm keeping my emotional expenses low. I refuse to become a liability to myself to deal with you being a liability to me. Come on, don't argue. Don't argue. Come on, I need you to share this with somebody tonight. I need you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, YouTube. Do I need to log off and try this again on the next day? Not the same night. Come on, I need you to like, comment, share, subscribe. Come on, hit the thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't be selfish tonight. Somebody needs this. I will leave. I think I've already given you enough tonight. Here's the thing. I told you a gaslighter wants to sow seeds of confusion. Gaslighter wants to sow seeds of confusion. And listen, y'all already know. In the mix of 6 moves very, very swiftly. If you don't have any of my books, you need to get these books. The Mask of Masculinity, How Men Can Reclaim their identity, lead in love of vulnerability. Relationship Rules, How to Win at Love, Leadership, and Leveraging a Purpose. Identity. Keys to discover your uniqueness and unlock your greatness. Come on, get them. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Get them. Here's the thing. What a gaslighter does, what a gaslighter wants to do, a gaslighter wants you to question your identity. And we're going to get into that tonight. A gaslighter wants to sow seeds of confusion. Why? Because the enemy is the author of confusion. Are you seeing the correlation? Isn't that something? I'm trying to make it make sense. The enemy wants to sow seeds of confusion. The enemy is the author of confusion. Do you see the correlation? And that's what the enemy wants to do. The enemy wants you to be confused about you. The enemy wants you to be confused about you, wants you to be confused about how God feels about you. Confusion is really the root of questioning your own sanity. Y'all not gonna make me lose my mind up in here. Right? That's what the enemy wants to do. Make you confused about you. Do I look good enough? Is my value enough? Am I valuable enough? Do I know my worth? Do I have a purpose? And here's the thing. It's okay to choose you. It's okay to choose you and not let other people make the choice for you about you. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's okay to choose you. And since it's okay to choose you, here's some things that you don't need to apologize for. Don't apologize for prioritizing your time. Don't apologize for you taking self-care. Don't apologize for you taking time to rest. Don't apologize for you taking time to fall back and actually analyze your life. Don't apologize for protecting your peace and your purpose and your mental health. Don't apologize for not always being able to mix it up with all the socialites in the city because you have your eyes set on your destiny. Don't apologize. Don't allow other people to make you feel bad for what God wants you to do, for the purpose that's pulling you. Here's something I love about what Steve Jobs said. He said, the late great Steve Jobs, he said, when you have a vision, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. People shouldn't have to poke and prod and push you to actually do what it is that you have been called and created to do in your purpose. Not saying it's not going to be hard work, but the hard work becomes easier because now you begin to love what it is that you do. You got to choose you, got to not let other people make the choice for you about you. And you got to not feel bad for making choices that best serve you. Why they treat me like this? Why they do me like that? Here's the thing. You can't try to figure out a sinister mindset. You ain't crazy. At least I hope not. So why are you trying to figure out a sordid, twisted, crazy, sinister mindset? You'll never be able to figure it out. You're not on that low wavelength. As they say, what, low vibrational? You're not there. But as I said before, you have to remove to improve. Somebody just type identity tonight. Type it. Identity. Identity. Here's the thing. The enemy wants to gaslight you out of your identity. Are you hearing me? Enemy wants to gaslight you out of your identity. Your identity. And I like to spell it with not just the letter I, but also the letters EYE. Because identity is about seeing you as God sees you. It's about seeing in yourself what maybe your mama may have missed. It's about seeing in yourself what maybe your daddy didn't appreciate. It's about seeing in yourself what family members could never open up their eyes to realize. Real eyes realize real truth or lies. You got to realize that there's a prize, there's a treasure that's on the inside of you. And here it is. Until the scales are removed from your eyes, what will happen? You will always wear a disguise. Until the scales are removed from your eyes, you're going to always wear a disguise. The mask, the makeup. I ain't saying don't wear no makeup now. I ain't saying don't wear your mask either. All the things that you have externally, trying to cover up who it is that you are internally, and then using it as a dress rehearsal to make yourself feel better because inside you still feel bitter. Until the scales are removed from your eyes, you'll always wear a disguise. But here's the thing. You'll also always remain blind to the truth. about who God created you to be. Yeah, that's the thing. You can always do that. Here's the thing. When you know your identity, you boldly walk in your authority. When you boldly walk in your identity, you know your authenticity. And as a result, here it is, you seize your identity. Why? Because here's what the enemy's primary weapon has been. The enemy's primary weapon has been to confuse mankind about their identity since antiquity. Hmm? Come on, somebody just type no confusion. No, type no confusion. Yeah, I'm not going to be confused. Enemies have been trying to play the same trick since the beginning of time. And what has that been on? Questioning your identity since antiquity. No confusion formed against you shall prosper. No confusion formed against you shall prosper. What do I mean by that? Think about it in Genesis. In Genesis, the enemy did not want an Adam and Eve to know their true identity. So what did he do? Sowed seeds of confusion, sowed seeds of division. What did the enemy do? Enemy conveyed that, the only reason God didn't want Adam and Eve to eat the fruit is because they would become like gods. He don't want you to be like him. So for you to be like him, just eat the fruit. Manipulation, reverse psychology, gaslighting. He wanted to turn off their light. Right? Here's the thing. Adam and Eve, here's the thing about it. They were already made in the image and the likeness of God. What is that telling me? The enemy will always tell you what you're not when you already are. Are you hearing me tonight? You're a success. He'll make you feel like imposter syndrome. You're a success. He'll try to make you feel like you're a failure. He knows you're loved. He'll make you feel as if you're not worthy of it, simply because of how you have been mistreated, because maybe how you treated other people, because of certain things that have happened to you in your life. Do you see? Well, if you eat the fruit, you're going to be like gods. Well, I'm already created in his image. And here's what you got to do. Here's what Adam and Eve didn't do good enough. If they did it at all, you have to remind yourself of who you are. I don't know what song it is, but there's a particular young lady who sings, "Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are." I don't know. Don't get me to singing tonight. You might leave. I want to keep you in here. I don't know who it is. But here's what happens. When seeds are sown in your mind about what you're not, who you're not, where you're not, here's what you got to do. You got to remind yourself of who you are, what you have, and where you are. That's what you got to do. The enemy questioned Adam and Eve's image and their likeness. Enemy didn't want them to realize it. And here it is. The greatest purveyor of identity theft is not the person who's trying to hack your account. The greatest purveyor of identity theft is not a swindler and a swiper and a scammer. I know we don't like that. Greatest purveyor of identity theft is the enemy. He's a 6,000 plus year old swiper, scammer. Has always been after the identity of humanity. And here's the thing. If he can confuse you about who you are, then your purpose remains stagnant. Your purpose will never be fulfilled. Your purpose will always remain unfulfilled. You got to remind yourself of who you are. When in many cases you start thinking about all the things that you're not. Don't let him get the victory by stealing your identity. Are you hearing me? Here's the thing. When you're walking in purpose, despite all the things, all the distractions, all the noise, all the negative thoughts, all the stinking thinking, when you're walking in God's purpose for your life, it now gives you identity protection. Let me speak to you. I don't know if you're understanding me in English enough. Let me go to French. You were born with a certain je ne sais quoi. Can I, since you're not getting me in English, can I go French? You were born with a certain je ne sais quoi. I'm not going to ask you to type that one out tonight. But if you want to endear me, go ahead. Je ne sais quoi. What does that mean? It's a French term meaning you have an appealing quality. What would we say? You have an X factor. You have an it factor. Nobody can beat you being you. Often imitated, never duplicated. There's never been a you. There will never be another you. Cloning counts too. So here's the thing. You have an innate quality. If you want to Google it and spell it, that's fine. Here's the thing. You have an innate quality that defines your identity. And here it is. It's your superpower. It's your superpower. It's your it factor. And here's the thing. You have to discover it. As much as you hate your accent, it's your it factor. As much as you hate where you grew up, it's your it factor. As much as you're teetering on how you look and how you comparing yourself to other people, and so looked like this on this particular award show, and I looked like that, it's your it factor. Can you embrace your uniqueness? Because guess what? Your uniqueness is the portal to your greatness. The X factor, the it factor, your uniqueness, your idiosyncratic behavior, your quirks. It all gives you 3D identity. Well, I don't sound like this particular person. You're not supposed to. You cheat me of you when you're not you. I cheat you of me if I'm not being me. Do you understand me? So I got a 3D type of identity. What do I mean? I got to understand that I'm different. I'm distinct. I'm distinguished. Somebody type that tonight. Different. Distinct. Distinguished. You were never born to fit in. You were always created to stand out. Royal priesthood, holy nation, peculiar people. Stop shaming it. Stop walking in shame. Stop trying to silence the shame. Show forth. That means you got to stand out to be outstanding. If you're going to be outstanding, you got to stand out. Different, distinct, distinguish. You're too unique to compete. You're too rare to compare. You're in rare air. Your uniqueness does not come from being like everybody else. It comes from you having the courage to be you. Everybody else is taken. You might as well be you. Here's what you do. Here's what you do. Whenever you refuse to walk in your differences, in your different demeanor, in how you're distinct and how you distinguish, here's what happens. You now try to be like everybody else, and this is what you do. You tell God that how he created you wasn't good enough. A few screws were loose. A few bolts needed to be tightened up. The hue on your skin is a sin, even though that's maybe how the world views it. Come on now. Stop looking in the mirror telling yourself what you're not. And start telling yourself who you are. You got to tell yourself, listen, black don't crack. Brown won't let you down. Beige don't age. Tan got a plan. And lighter do you right. I think I got everybody who's watching tonight. Love the skin you're in. Flaws, marks, scars, and all. Yeah. Just improve who you are. Because you're different, you're distinct, you distinguish. Your identity is about identification. What have you identified about yourself? And here's the thing. It's simply locating who you are and what you were created to do. If you're going to answer 2 questions this year, 2 pertinent, powerful, poignant questions that you have to answer that's going to push you into your purpose. Who am I? What was I created to do? Because when you realize what you were created to do, you can still admire people, but you say, listen, that's nice that you're doing that, but I got to focus on what I'm doing. All right. The tragedy, hear me, is to carry ID, but not know your identity. Did you hear what I said tonight? The tragedy is to carry ID, but not know your identity. The tragedy, hear me, is to be gifted, but to never open your package. And here's the thing. Some of us have opened the package, the God-given gift, that we've opened the God-given package. And here it is. We've been so afraid to use it that we put it right back in. Picked it up and then we put it down. We didn't do nothing with it. We didn't stir up the gift. We didn't do anything. Because this is what we kept hearing. We kept hearing all the noise in our ears about what other people were thinking about us. I need you to hear me on this tonight. What other people think about you is none of your business. Why? Because you're going to always go out of business worrying about what folks think about the business. I must be about my Father's business. I'm standing on business. Come on, somebody type that tonight. Type stand on business. I ain't say business. Stand on business. Hear me tonight. Come on, type stand on business. I'm standing on business. When I'm standing on my purpose, I'm standing on business. Many of us are sitting on business. But no. You need to pick them up, put them down. Stand on business. When you're going to get your education, stand on business. When you're working on your purpose, stand on business. When you're working on your book, stand on business. When you're going for your exam, stand on business. When you're promoting your business, stand on business. Standing on business means I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to stay committed to the commitment. Yeah, you've opened the package, but the tragedy is not only that you never not opened the package, you never used what was in the package. You opened up the package, but you put back the gift that was in the package. Pick up your gift, use it. They will talk, but you got to continue to walk by faith with it. Stand on business tonight. Stand on business. Why do I say that? When you talk about your identity, when you talk about your identity in that whole aspect, too unique to compete, too rare to compare. Listen. That's why you need to be in the Eagles Academy. Are you hearing me tonight? You really trying to not just stand on business, but soar with your business? You need to be in the Eagles Academy with other people who learn how to discover their uniqueness, with other people who desire to unlock their greatness, with other people who are being developed and deployed. That's what it is about. Being developed and deployed with the skill set, the tools, the strategies, the insight, the structure, the solutions, the systems to grow your greatness. Listen, I know that's you. I know I'm talking to you. This is what I need you to do. Go right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Come on, TheEaglesAcademy.com. Go there right now. While I'm talking, become a member. Hear me. Not being yourself is identity theft. Rachel G, you with me, Tanya? Yeah, you know what it is. Pastor Kellen, you already know. I must work the work of him that sent me. You already know you doing it. Yeah. Developing and deploying people into the vineyard. Hear me. Not being yourself is identity theft. What do I mean by that? When you're not living up to the code and the creed of what God created you to be, here it is. That means you are robbing the world of your greatness. You're allowing the world to rob you. You're allowing people to rob you. But guess what? As a result, now you rob the world of your greatness. What do I always say? And I'll continue to say it again. Somebody's waiting for you to become who you are so they can become who they're supposed to be. Here's the question that you have to answer. How much longer will I make them wait? You said delay is not denial, but you continue to delay. And as a result, you're denied of opportunities. You're delaying the book. You're delaying the nonprofit organization. You're delaying the recreation center. You're delaying the ministry. You're delaying your identity. Delay, delay, delay. Like a flight, you never take off. You watching everybody else's plane go into orbit and go into soar into the stratosphere. But you still sitting on the tarmac. Why? Because of confusion. You've allowed not only people to gaslight you now because you've been gaslit so much, now you gaslight yourself. You will always be crippled by confusion when you lack clear direction. Always be crippled by confusion. Always be crippled by confusion and lack direction simply because you lack clear identification of who you are. Write the vision, make it plain. Got to map out what it is that I want to do and who it is that I am, so that when I write the vision, make it plain, PLAIN, it becomes a PLANE. I'm able to soar on wings as an eagle. Why? Because when I'm confused, duality leads to your demise. A double-minded man or woman, I wish I had somebody in here who could help me, is unstable in all their ways. And hear me, you'll only know what you're carrying when you spend time discovering who it is that you are. But you discovered Taylor Swift and you still didn't move swiftly into your purpose. You discovered Beyonce and you still never rung the alarm. You discovered JayZ and you never ran this town at night. You discovered everybody else and now you live vicariously through other people because you wish you were where they are, but you won't do what you're supposed to do to be where you desire to be. Are you hearing me? You only know what you're carrying when you spend time discovering who it is that you are. I want to talk to somebody tonight. You're sitting on wealth. You're sitting on wisdom. You're sitting on what the world is waiting for you to reveal. And hear me. It's time to awaken your greatness within, empower your ministry, empower your community, empower your creativity, empower your identity, empower it with ingenuity. Can I tell you a hard truth tonight? Somebody just type 100. Somebody just type 100. If I don't take a sip, I'm a slip. I need that H2O for sure. Somebody just type 100 tonight. Can I keep it 100? Can I keep it 100? I need you to understand this. The hard truth is that it's no one else's responsibility to discover what God gave you. I need you to understand that. It's not your pastor's responsibility. Yes, he can push you into it. He can declare over your life. It's not his responsibility to discover what God gave you, though. I can give you the word, but what you gonna do with it? It's not the usher's responsibility. Usher can usher you into your purpose, into your chair, into your pew, but you got to make it do what it do. Hard truth is that you have to discover the power of your purpose. It's nobody else's responsibility. Too oftentimes we play the blame game and we wonder why we are where we are simply because we're dealing with mother wounds. We're dealing with father wounds. We're dealing with trauma. We're dealing with toxicity. We're dealing with the ramifications and the rudiments and the ruins of what a gaslighter did to us. And now we continue to point the blame game, play the blame game and point the finger, but we always have more fingers pointed back in our direction. What will you do to unlearn what you've learned? What will you do to reparent yourself? What will you do to become what you didn't have? Here's the thing. Life is not some reality TV competition like The Voice. No, you got to make your own choice to discover your own voice. You may stutter, but you got to keep on speaking. Voice may shake, but don't shy away from it. You got to discover your own voice. Life is not some American Idol reality TV show where you allow people to judge you and decide if you're talented or not. When God gave the call for your life, it wasn't a conference call. When God gave you a vision, he didn't have a board meeting conversation. He uses who he chooses. What do we say? God don't call qualified people. He qualifies those who he's called. If he called you, you qualified. With all your imperfections, with all your idiosyncratic behaviors, with the way that you may not look or the way that you do look, what you may have, what you may not have, the skin complexion, the height, lack thereof. the money, the notoriety, the two-parent household or lack thereof. He wanted you to perfect people through all of your imperfections. But if you keep focusing on your imperfections, time doesn't wait for the perfect you. Why are you waiting for the perfect time? Are you hearing me? Here's what you got to do. You're so psyched out. You're so gaslit by people who are judging you and they don't even have a law degree. Are you hearing me? What you have to do, you got to discover your inner genius. Pablo Picasso said, we all born a genius. The hard part is to remain a genius as you grow up. He also went ahead and said this. Everybody is gifted, right? But what are you doing with the gift? That really separates who it is that you are, what it is that you do. What is it that annoys you? What is it that makes you mad? What is it that, makes you mad enough to make a difference? What grinds your gears? Hear me. Your complaint is your calling. When you see people suffering in silence, when you're seeing tragedies that are commonplace, all kinds of diseases, people slipping away, when you're seeing poverty and depravity and negativity, those things that irk you, those things that get up under your skin, when you're seeing all of that, the complaint is your calling. Pablo Picasso said, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give your gift away. Got to give the gift away. Can't just hold on to it. Got to do something with it to give it to somebody else, to nurture, to empower, to speak life into somebody else's life. How are you tapping into your inner genius and identifying your identity? Somebody just typed tonight, the wait is over. Come on, type it tonight. The wait is over. I got to adopt the mindset that the wait is over. I'm not waiting on God. He's waiting on me. The wait is over. WAIT does not mean to sit back and be idle and just wait for Uber. Wait means I'm working until what I'm expecting is delivered to me. I'm a server in a restaurant. Your waitress, sis. Your waiter, brother. Waiters and waitresses don't just sit down. At least they shouldn't be. When the boss come around, guess what? They right back up. Waiters and waitresses are working. They're preparing for what they anticipate on receiving. While I'm waiting, I'm in a place of positioning. I'm in a place of repositioning. What do you got to do? You got to decide what you want. You got to create, formulate, develop an action plan as a result of it to attain it. This is what we're focused on. We always focus on the destination, but not the journey. We focused on, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to go. But here's the question that you got to ask. Who am I becoming? What am I doing to get to where I want to be? Life is not solely about where you're going. It's about who you're becoming in order to get to where you want to be. Beyond the desire to get, you have to decide what you're willing to give up to get it. I know we don't like it, but there's a word that fits the description, and it's called sacrifice. What sacrifices are you willing to make to develop your greatness and your uniqueness? That's why you can't allow the seeds of calamity and negativity, confusion to become your lot of life. Because, hear me, today you're going to want to be a judge. Tomorrow you're going to want to be a nurse. Tomorrow you're going to want to be a pastor. Next week, I think I'm gonna switch it to a professor. Too much duality. Confusion cripples you, but clarity liberates you. How do I get the liberty? How do I find the space and the place of finding out who it is that I am? I got to have knowledge of self, but I also have to know who I am in Christ. I can't just know who I am without knowing whose I am. Mentality, identity, both are interconnected. Hear me. How you think about yourself is going to dictate how you live your life. I already told you. Think little of yourself, you'll do little for yourself. Think much of yourself, you'll do much for yourself and others. How you think about you dictates how you live the life God gave you. Do you understand this? That indecision is a decision? Come on, somebody type that tonight. Indecision is a decision. You seesawing, you teetering on this and on that. Indecision is a decision. If you don't know what you want, somebody's going to decide what you get. And generally, it's going to be what you don't want. But how do you know what you don't want if you don't know what you do want? Are you confused yet? So is the person who doesn't know what they want. Indecision is a decision. If you're indecisive, hear me. If you're unclear about what you want out of life, somebody's going to decide what you get out of life. If you don't love you, somebody's going to show you how to hate yourself. When you come into the knowledge of self, when you come into the knowledge of who you are in Christ, who you were born to be, who were created to be, no one can stop you from being uniquely you. You got to look at you. You know what everybody else's gift is. Tragedies know everybody else's gift, but you don't know your own. You know what everybody else is good at, but you don't know what you're good at. You know what everybody else's purpose, but you don't know your own purpose. What gifts are you carrying? What problem are you created to solve? Do you understand that you are a solution to a problem? Well, I want to get rich. I want to be wealthy. I want to be balling out of control. I want to take care of my family, this, that, and the other. People don't just buy products. They buy what solves the problem. What problem do you solve? You're so focused on I and me, but not us and we. What is your talent? What is your treasure? What are you doing with it? I said I was only going to give you 5, but I'm going into overtime. I said I was only going to give you 5, but I got 6 for you. We in the mix at 6. Come on, right? Since we in the mix at 6, guess I can't just leave you with 5. I know I got 5 on it, but we in the mix at 6. I want you to just type this number 6. Let me go to number 6. Number 6, type this: turn on the light. Matter of fact, don't type turn on the light. Type turn on your light. Turn on your light. Come on, type turn on your light. I'm filling your cup till it overflows. I'm filling your plate until you got to have a wrap it up in foil and take it home. Yeah. Turn on your light. Here's the thing: is for those of you who have just been coming in, listen. As you're watching, make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Come on, especially those of you who are on the YouTube side. Come on, don't leave a brother hanging tonight. Come on. Don't just put the thumbs in the comment section. I need you to actually hit the thumbs up button. Come on, ain't no surface stuff over here. Deep calleth unto deep. That's where we going. That's where we're at. So far out in the ocean, we can't even see the shore. That's for sure. Come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you do that. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn. Let's get locked in. I need you to invite somebody in here tonight. I need you to invite somebody. We're talking about turn off the gaslight. Turn off the gaslight. If you are not a member of the Eagles Academy, stop playing yourself. Soar with Eagles. Soar with Eagles. Join us. Join us. Join us. You can join right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Strategies, structure, solutions, systems to increase your ideas, impact, and influence. Go right now. Our academy is growing at a quick, fast, hurry, expedient rate. You want to be a part of this academy. 0 to 100 real quick. Need you to be a part of it. Come on, join us. Jump into our digital doors. Soar into our digital doors at theeaglesacademy.com. Turn on your light. Hear me, as we're talking about a gaslighter. Once you have ended a relationship with a gaslighter, what it can often do is it can take some time, and it could take some time for you to practice to start trusting your instincts and your perceptions again. Why? Because you begin to question yourself and say, did I do something permanent with a temporary person? You start beating yourself up, right? Because I told you, the greatest battle that you will face ain't a hater, ain't a brother, ain't somebody you classify as other. It's between your ears. It's the battle of the mind. Remember that the picture the gaslighter painted of you is not the truth about you. It's not the truth about who you are. And hear me, staying connected to a gaslighter even a day longer is too long. Well, I was in this relationship for 5 years with this person didn't treat me right. But 5 years and a day is too long. I applaud you for getting out the 5-year mark, even though we could argue that you should have got out earlier. But at least you didn't stay an extra day. You got out the way and you didn't stay an extra day. Stop beating yourself up about something that you can't change. What I got to do? Got to trust in the Lord with all my heart. Got to not lean to my own understanding. Why? Because if I lean to my own understanding, I'll fall. But if I trust him, even when I can't trace him, I'll stand tall. I'm coming around the mountain. Here I come. Notice in verse 4 of Genesis chapter 1, it says this, and God saw the light and it was good. Goes on. And God divided the light from the darkness. Y'all saying to me, what in the world did that even mean? Genesis 4:1, light, God saw light, it was good. Yeah, light is good. I'm trying to eat in the dark. Trying to do my work in the dark. God divided the light from the darkness. And stick with me. I just want to talk to somebody tonight. People, hear me, are about to see the light of God in you that they wanted to remain blind to. Do you hear me tonight? People are about to see the light in you that they wanted to remain blind to. They're going to try to not see it still when it's right in their eyes. But it's going to be so bright, they're going to have to wear shades. For all the shade they threw at you, you still shine. But they're going to have to wear shades. People about to see the light of God in you that they wanted to remain blind to. Here it is. God is demarcating. He's dividing. He's subtracting from the darkness that was in your life. He's subtracting darkness from the light in your life. Here's the thing. What you got to stop doing, you got to stop trying to hold on to people who bring darkness in your life. Because those same people who bring the darkness will dim the light that is within you. They speak darkness. They think darkness. When they come around you, when you go around them, you start feeling a certain type of way. The whole circle that they swirl in and that they go in, it mirrors darkness. When you pick up the phone, talking to them, it's like this cloud of darkness that just hovers over you. Gotta loose it. Gotta let it go. Gotta release them. Gotta release. Gotta bless. Gotta release. Gotta remove to improve. Why? Because what does the fellowship of light have with darkness? Folks living in darkness can't bring light to you. But here's the thing. They always want to gaslight you. Do you hear me? Folks who bring darkness can't bring light. So guess what? They always want to gaslight. And here it is. As a result, they want to gaslight you. They want to put you on E because they're empty. They have no empathy. Do you hear me? They are a shell of themselves. Misery loves company. They want you to be their company, and they want to make you miserable. They want to keep you locked in with self-hate. They want to keep you feeling empty, low-level living. They want to make you feel like a low-down, dirty shame. They want to divide you from your destiny and subtract you from your success. Come on, somebody just type add and multiply. God is sending the right people in your life. We're going to add to you, accelerate you, multiply the mission and the vision that God gave you. He's got to subtract certain folks from your life who wanted to subtract from your life. He's got to divide folks out of your life that wanted to divide you from your destiny. I only need people in my life who are going to add and multiply. They don't come to add chaos. They don't come to add negativity. They don't come to multiply mendacity. They come to add to my favor. They come to multiply my greatness. They're not intimidated. They're inspired. As I've said before, whoever you intimidate will always be who you eliminate. Here it is. God has to divide it because we won't do it. Do you hear me tonight? Genesis 4:1. God divided the darkness from the light. He had to do it because we ain't gonna do it. Can you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Should I speak French again? In your je ne sais quoi. Bonjour. Mon chéri. Here it is. God had to divide it because we wouldn't do it. God had to subtract them because we wouldn't remove them. Why is that? Because we have become so used to toxicity, trauma bonding, triggers, that in some sordid, twisted way, we find joy in pain. Frankie, Beverly, and Maze, come here. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. I know it's not Mahalia Jackson. I know it's not Marvin Sapp. But let me take that and rewind it back. We've become so used to triggers and toxicity and trauma bonding that now we find joy in pain. We find joy in pain because the person who gives us the most joy oftentimes brings us the most pain. I'm supposed to be logging off. I'm supposed to be logging off. Supposed to be done. Supposed to be making a beeline. Stage left. The pain in us, because y'all making me work tonight. The pain in us that goes unsolved and unresolved will only attract greater pain to us until we walk in the light. I don't know who this is for. I don't know who I'm talking to tonight. But the next testimony in your life will not only be God did it, but hear me, it'll be God divided it. The next testimony in your life, let me speak to you, will not only be God did it, God added it, God multiplied it, but here it is, it'll be God subtracted it. He separated what I didn't want to be separated from. I'll let nothing separate me, not from Pookie, not from Kiera, not from Charity, not from Charles. I'll let nothing separate me from the love of Christ. My testimony ain't going to be just God did it. Testimony ain't going to be just God added to it. God multiplied it, but God divided it. God subtracted it. I was confused between the light and the darkness. In many cases, I was with the darkness, but I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. God did it. Here's your DJ Khaled major key alert moment. God did. Come on, like, comment, share, subscribe. Am I talking to somebody tonight? Please forgive me for my brash delivery. I tell the truth when I get nervous. He separated me when I didn't want to be separated. Thin line between love and hate. Right? It's more than a movie. It's a reality. Thin line between light and darkness. Hear me tonight. Do you know how to turn off the gaslight? This is how you turn off the gaslight. Because I made a declaration in the title, but I got to show you how to function. Do you know how to turn off the gaslight? Here's how you do it. You turn it off when you're not afraid to shine in dark times. The only thing to fear, what is it? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, former president, FDR, the Theodore, I don't know which one it was. The only thing to fear is fear itself. Hmm? Be strong and of a good courage. Dr. King said, only when it is darkest can you see the stars. You focused on your scars, but there's a light in you that's going to shine as bright as a star. Hmm? You don't go into hiding when the enemy starts meddling. You don't go into hiding when life begins darkening. No, this is what you do. You step out and you start shining. What did grandmama say? Trouble don't last always. Clouds won't always let out rain. Sun, not just the S-U-N, but the S-O-N. The S-O-N is always shining, but the S-U-N is going to shine again. Weeping may endure for a night. Joy is coming in the morning. Your tears are watering the seed for your harvest. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. I need you to understand this as I don't know how far I've stretched the elasticity of your thinking over these last 2 sessions with turn off the gaslight. But here's the thing. The original gaslighting meaning was expanded. It was expanded to include any kind of emotional abuse, any type of emotional turmoil and toxicity, to where the victim is made to feel that they are imagining things or misinterpreting situations. Remember, I told you about the theatrical play where the husband was flicking the lights on and off in the house and making his wife believe that she was seeing things, imagining things, simply because he wanted to steal her jewelry. So many people have tried to steal not only the jewels on you, but the jewels in you. And so the meaning of gaslighting had to be expanded to not just emotional toxicity and turmoil, but the fact that oftentimes emotional instability caused by a gaslighter makes you imagine things, misinterpret situations because of the mind games. And the ultimate goal of a gaslighter is to get the victim, hear me, to start doubting their memory and their perceptions. Whatever you do, don't allow the enemy to make you forget who you are. Don't allow the enemy to make you have spiritual Alzheimer's and amnesia. You got to remind yourself. You got to remember who it is that you are. Here's the thing. Gaslighter wants to make you doubt your memory, wants to make you doubt your perceptions. Thereby, as a result, it makes you reliant on the abuser to reveal the truth about you. Isn't it interesting? After the abuser done lied on you, lied to you, lied about you, now they want you to rely on them to tell you the truth about who you are. I don't know if there's any worse form of manipulation. And it is the cousin of narcissism. Right? Because here it is. The victim now becomes increasingly under the control of the abuser. The gaslight ain't just male. Gaslight ain't just female. Gaslighter can be male. Gaslighter can be female too. It's not just a one-dimensional sex, gender. Here's the thing. Here's what you got to recognize about it. Here's what you got to recognize. Here's what you got to realize. Here's what you got to take the mask off and the disguise about. A gaslighter is a manipulator. And here's the thing. Manipulators always want you to feel bad about what they did to you. But you got to declare it to yourself. You got to decree over your life. You have to remember who you are. Because here it is. When you remember who you are, you won't settle for what you're not. When you remember who you are, you refuse to settle for what you're not. And what you're not going to settle for is the fact that you're going to say over your life, no manipulation formed against me shall prosper. You mean to tell me you got me crying, scratching, itching, clawing, suffering to try to get back in good graces only to be treated by you worse the second time? I got a memory. Where they do that at? Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. What did George would say? You fool me twice, you can't get fooled again. No, fool me twice, shame on me. Why? Because I know whose I am. And because I know whose I am, I know who I am. I don't know about you, but I got a Viola Davis anointing. Like the character Annalise Keaton. I'm picking up my bag and exiting the room. Picking up my bag, I'm exiting the room. Don't believe me, just watch. Why? Simply because tonight I came to blow the whistle at the enemy like Too Short. Somebody just type in the chat tonight. Type blow the whistle. It's a flag on the play. It's a penalty. Offsides. PTI. I came to blow the whistle at the enemy like Too Short. Somebody just type blow the whistle. I'm blowing the whistle. Why? Because the devil fouled you enough. The devil fouled you long enough. He beat you up mentally long enough. He roughed the passer long enough. He went off sides long enough in your life. You've been bruised by fear. You've been bruised by guilt long enough. You've been through enough trauma long enough. Been through enough scars and tears and trauma bonding long enough. But here it is. That's right. That's right. I'm a spiritual referee tonight. And I'm blowing the whistle in his face. I refuse to let my mind remain in the dark. I'm blowing the whistle in Jesus' name. I refuse to be stuck navigating PTSD, depression, and mental discombobulation, and low self-esteem, and self-doubt, and animosity, and anxiety. I'm getting free tonight. Why? Because this is my exodus. You've been in Lodabar long enough. You've been in a low place too long. And here it is. Since I've been there long enough, now I'm leaving soon enough. It's your new beginning. This is your Genesis. It's your Exodus because this is your Genesis. And hear me tonight. I didn't come to dim the lights. I didn't come to play mind games with you. But I came to turn on the lights. Why? So you could understand that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. You can understand that the steps of a good woman are ordered by the Lord. And what God is doing is he's illuminating your vision tonight. Simply because he's a lamp unto your feet. He's a light unto your pathway. Come on, type tonight. Type in the comment section. Type I'm full. Come on, come on. Type I'm full. You're not on E. You're full. They were full of it, but you're full of love. You're full of joy. You're full of peace. Come on, type what you're full of tonight. You're full of ideas. You're full of impact. You're full of influence. You're full of increase. You're full of witty inventions. You're full of imagination. You're full of God's power. You're full of an assignment for this hour. Full of serenity. You're full of tranquility. You're full of unity. You're full of wisdom from your wounds. You're full of triumph in the midst and in the face of trauma. Yeah. You're full of triumph in the face of triggers. God filled you up. Why? So that you could overflow. What overflows is to bless other people with. But what's in your cup is to bless you with. Why? Because you can't pour from an empty cup. God filled you up. And here it is. Your cup is overflowing. Turn off the gaslight. Turn on the power of your inner light. Silence the shame. Turn the embarrassment into a testimony. Break out and shine bright. As you know, I remixed it. Song says, tell me, what do you do when you've done all you can? Seems like it's never enough, but what do you do when you've said all you can? I know it seems like it's never enough. Tell me, what do you say when there's no more time today and you gotta go? But listen, just in case nobody told you today, let me tell you. Let me turn on the light inside of you. You turn off the gaslight when you turn on your light. And let me tell you today, if nobody ever told you, you are valued. Yeah, talking to you. You are valuable. You are appreciated. I celebrate you. I'm proud of you. You're doing a splendid, great, incredible job. You are enough. You are deserving of the best and the blessed. You are loved. God loves you. You have everything that you need to impact the world because God planted a seed inside of you. Why do I say that? Simply because sometimes you just need to be reminded. Because life situations, a gaslighter, a manipulator will make you have amnesia about your value. Here's what they'll do. They'll make you forget and lose focus on your greatness. But here's what I want to do tonight. I'm here to jog your memory. I'm here to remind you of what God placed in you. Because if you remind you of what God placed in you, nobody could ever rob you of the value that's within you. Hear me tonight. Hear me tonight. You need to be in an environment that keeps your light on. Do you hear me tonight? Is this thing on? You need to be in an environment with other eagles that keep your light on. They don't want to dim your greatness. They don't want to dim your light. They want you to shine bright. Why? Because a win for you is a win for them too. They're not a hater. They're a celebrator. Yeah. Join us. It's your season of celebration. It's your season of strategy, structure, solutions, systems to show you how to soar into open doors. Show you how to soar into more. Not just get more, but you become more. I want you to join us in the Eagles Academy. The Academy is thriving, it's growing, leaps and bounds. People are being added to it daily. I want you to be one of those individuals who's a part of this amazing Eagles Academy, where we show you how to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence in your business, in your relationships, in your faith, in your purpose, in your holistic development, in your mindset, in your skill set. Join us in this amazing online academy. Go right now. You see it there. TheEaglesAcademy.com. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Yes, this is the place. This is the space. This is the place where I coach, where I teach, where I train, where I mentor, where I go even, if you imagine how deeper we go in here, I go even deeper there. I'm building your brand and your business, identifying your identity, growing your greatness and your craft. Join us. We got our virtual weekly masterclasses, our Q&A sessions. It's a thriving, supportive community of gifted leaders who hold each other accountable to network, to share ideas. You heard your network determines your net worth. I want you to actually experience it. The innovative skills, the solutions to transform your life, to transform your dream, to experience the growth that you desire. I told you 2024, my specific goal is to help you achieve yours. You don't just achieve your dream by yourself. You don't just go as far as your dream. You go as far as your team. Join the team. Get access to the master classes. Get access beyond all of that. It's the transformation. Showing you how to go from here to there. Don't you want more this year? Don't you want to experience more? Don't you want to do more? Don't you want the strategies for upward mobility to where your friends benefit, your loved ones benefit, your family benefits? Don't you know that there's something that's calling you to step out, to go after, to grow your greatness on another level, to where you say this year can't be like the last few years? This year can't be like last year? And here's what you need to make your decision very clear, that you're going to invest in yourself. I'm not talking about investing in JayZ. I'm not talking about investing in Louboutins. I'm not talking about investing in a new hairdo. I'm not talking about investing in a new dress and a new suit. I'm not talking about putting rims on your tires. I'm talking about you investing in yourself. The greatest investment you can make is in you. You always get a return on your investment. You never go bankrupt investing in yourself. So join us. Go right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. TheEaglesAcademy.com. And join us. Come on. Join us. Yeah, go to TheEaglesAcademy.com. Once you get there, tap the Join Now button. When you tap the Join Now button, you'll see where you can sign up to become a member. I love it. The testimonies are already coming in. Wanted to say, touched on so much things that is happening in my life. Thank you for every word you spoke. Bless you. Bless you. You need to join us in our academy. Come on, join us. Join us in our Eagles Academy. There's more that's in the store. We're just scratching the surface. We only scratch the surface here when I go live. But you need to be a part of this amazing Eagles Academy community. Yeah. Go there right now. Revolution not only be televised, it will be digitized. We're not only growing your greatness with the Eagles Academy, and of course you should be a part of that, but also I got a few resources for you, free resources at that. Go to theeaglesacademy.com/store. I'm giving you more in my free ebook called More in 2024. I also have a digital training about the art of communication. What words are you painting when you're speaking? Are you connecting when you're communicating? You need to be. I'm showing you how to do that. Download the free digital video training, The Art of Communication. For all those who are my authors who desire to write a book, you've already written a book and want to increase your sales, make sure that you go download, go get it. It's called the bestseller book blueprint. Every single thing that I've done, I've written 16 books. Yeah, these are just a few of them. Mask of Identity, Keys to Discover Your Uniqueness, Unlock Your Greatness. Mask of Masculinity, you want to get that? Relationship Rules. Plenty of books that are out there. Written 16 books. I know what I'm talking about. I'm giving you my whole step-by-step strategy. You don't win by what you can't measure. Strategies from A to Z. Every single thing that I do, to whenever I drop a book, it goes number one. It's not by some osmosis, not just by, me wishing on a star. It's a strategy. And I have plenty of strategies to show you how to make sure that your manuscript connects to the marketplace, to become an industry authority as an author, so on and so forth. Go ahead and get it. Go ahead and get that. accessidentity.org/author. You can also get it at theeaglesacademy.com/store. Whenever you write a book, people are always going to expect you to talk about it too. They want you to speak about it. So speaking of speaking, you want to make sure that you download my 4.5-hour Successful Speaker Strategies digital training. How do I wow the audience? How do I get invited back? Today, I just got invited to at least 2 or 3 different places to speak months and months down the line. And these are places that I've already spoken at. Do you see? Getting invited back because you're connecting to your audience. I'm giving you the strategies that I use to wow your audience, to communicate confidently, to overcome the fear of speaking. Hear me. Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Give me the same strategies I've used on BET, on the TED Talk stage, CBS, NBC. The list goes on, whether it's churches, colleges, community centers, whatever's clever. I've been there. I've done that. Now let me show you how to do that. My success means nothing if I don't show you how to be successful as well. I want to develop you and I want to deploy you into your destiny. Go and get it right now. Invest in yourself. Let me show you how to sharpen your skill set. You see it right there, accessidentity.org/speaker, or you can get it as well, Successful Speaker Strategies at theeaglesacademy.com/store. Join our Eagles Academy, especially. On your mark, get set, grow. Yeah. On your mark, get set, grow. Let's go. Come member of the Eagles Academy. I hope you got something from this tonight. Come on, if you got something from this tonight, type blessed. If you got something from this, type blessed. Yeah, blessed. I hope it spoke life into your life. Hope it made you aware to where you don't have to be scared. Hope you see you the way God sees you. Hope you see you in a different light. Yeah, come on. Somebody just type the word shine. Somebody just type the word light. Wherever I go, I'm bringing the light with me. Wherever I go, I'm not going to be ashamed to shine. Wherever I go, I'm going to refuse to try to fit in with people who don't like me anyway. That's their problem. But it ain't mine. Why? Because I'm a solution. Don't make me go into double overtime tonight. I can't do it. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. It's been real. Listen, y'all, I'm out of time, but I'm not out of truth. I want to thank you for the love and for joining me and for your support. If you have not liked, comment, share, and subscribe, come on. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you joining me for In the Mix at 6. And you know we do this Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to all y'all checking out the replay as well, as you will do. Listen, for those of us who are watching now, go back and watch the replay. Yeah, go put it in again. Hit play again. Take that and rewind it back. Review. Faith cometh by hearing. But you know, we do this Monday, daily, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the digital airways, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop. And of course, if you're not subscribed to me, join me on the YouTube side. Those of you who are watching me even right now on the YouTube side, if you have not hit the subscribe button, make sure that you do that. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Just subscribe to the channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified immediately of all the new content that drops. And when it drops, you'll be locked in. If you're not following me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever social media is at, join me on any of my social sites at EddieConnorJr. And of course, you know that if I can help you, if I can serve you, if I can support you in any way, please reach out to me. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother from another mother. Family, you know it's been fun, but I gotta run. As always, you know it's great talking to amazing people like you. Remember this. I want you to remember this. To keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, and brighter. Peace and love. Keep soaring higher.
Hey, it's yours truly, Dr. Eddie. Listen, don't you want to level up in your life? Don't you want to actually dominate this year? You need strategy, you need structure, you need solutions. If you're going to level up in your relationships, you're going to identify your brand identity. If you're going to identify your identity, this is your year to become more. This is your year to do more. I'm telling you, this is the time to grow your greatness. You need to be in a secure environment, in a community that really cares about your growth, that wants to enhance it, wants to push you in a place of not just information, but transformation for your application. I'm telling you, you don't just go as far as your dream, you go as far as your team. Join our team. Become a part of the Eagles Academy. Go right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button and become a member of this amazing academy with so many amazing people, locally and globally, who understand that their network determines their net worth. They want to soar into success and purpose. I can't wait to see your face, not just your space. Go right now. TheEaglesAcademy.com. Yeah.